Nei, men
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
Velkommen tilbake til Matias spiller Back to the Future, The Game. Ja, vi er tilbake her. Vi skal fortsette videre med Back to the Future. Som jeg startet med i forrige episode, så var det sånn at i gamle dager, så var det sånn at foreldre, de var mye mer strenge på jobb og alt sånt. Og i hvert fall at du skulle ha den samme jobben som faren eller moren din. Hvis du var datter, så skulle du ha den samme jobben som mora di, eller hvis du var mann, skulle du ha den samme jobben som faren din. Men liksom, det var liksom sånn. Og det tok også litt tid for damene å bli vektige i verden og alt det der. Jeg gidder ikke å forklare det så supergrundig, men hvis dere er interessert, så jeg tipper at dere ikke er, så finner dere helt sikkert noe. Skal vi se. Use item.
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. But only if the coefficient of friction remains constant and the gravitational constant is variable. Wait, is that even possible? Now, if H stands for a one-dimensional harmonic oscillator, then naturally H to the A multiplied by the inverse.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Yeah, I know that. Okay.
Emmett, about your...
Don't say it.
Yeah, I will not say it.
Gonna be the inverse.
Vi får gå tilbake til gamle Doc og se etter hva han har å si om dette, som vi skal vise han nå. Snart jeg kommer meg fram da. Jeg skulle ønske de gjerne kunne gått litt fortere i dette spillet her, og at vi kunne fått en litt annen kameravinkel. Som jeg har sagt før, denne kameravinkelen her er veldig forvirrende for den som spiller, liksom. I hvert fall det med at den skifter hele tiden. Jeg gjør det veldig forvirrende. Du vet liksom ikke hvilken knapp som er riktig. Det var mye enklere å skjønne på
Doc will flip when he hears his own voice.
Ikke her. Her var det ikke så
Doc! So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief! Is that me? I sound so...
Young?
I was gonna say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah, but what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
So...
It'll be fine.
Ok, det var det eneste jeg tenkte å vite. Bare sånn.
What was H again?
The Hamiltonian operator.
Got it.
Ok, bare sånn. I tilfelle. Yeah.
Guess who I bumped into at the soup kitchen? My grandfather.
No!
Don't worry, I didn't talk to him or change his future or anything.
Good.
I wish I could, though. This era's tannin is treating him like dirt.
Don't worry. If history plays out as it's supposed to, he'll soon be out from under Kit Tannen's thumb and free to live out his life as a humble accountant with your grandma. What was her name again?
Sylvia.
Right, Sylvia.
What's the story with this kid Tannen jerk anyway?
This father? By this time next year, he'll be pulling down a life sentence in San Quentin. There was even a song about it.
Wait, if Biff will be born in 1938 and Kid will be in prison,
As I recall, he escaped from prison in 1937 for about 3 hours.
that's a busy 3 hours.
No kidding.
Det kan du godt se.
Got any words of wisdom for talking to Edna?
Just play along with her. She may seem like a harmless kook, but she's got a journalist's nose for news.
Det kan man godt si. Ja, jeg tror vi har fått
Hang in
nok
there,
der.
Doc.
Så skal vi gå og snakke mer med unge Emmett Brown. Og prøve å lede han inn på en riktig vei. For å si det sånn. Oi. Der har vi en. Som sagt før, disse kameravinklene her forvirrer meg noe skikkelig. Eller her på PC. Jeg skjønner ikke helt hvorfor de forvirrer meg mer enn de gjorde på PlayStation 3, for det var jo akkurat samme kameravinklene. Der, som nå. Så jeg skjønner ikke helt hvorfor.
What am I missing here? Or do we take H to stand for the Hermitian line?
I better tell young Doc the solution to that formula before I forget it.
A might well be equal to A's expectation value, but only
Will you just give me a chance?
harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator.
Yeah!
Great Scott! If H is the Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
Vel... Jeg får lyst til å si Planet Vulcan eller Future, men jeg tror det lureste har vært å si Jules Verne, egentlig. For han har jo skrevet massevis av sånne bøker som virker sånn noe man skulle vært fra fremtida, liksom. Jeg får så lyst til å si en av de her. Åh. Okay.
Well, it's like this.
You know about my rocket-powered drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office! I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
Can I see your rocket-powered drill?
Of course, of course! Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning?
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
It can't be done! I mean, it might be possible.
Et øyeblikk bare. Kan Dr. McCoy være en X-Men-referanse? Begynte jeg å lure på. Åh. Dere vet han der Beast fra X-Men? Kan være mulig at det er en referanse til han. Jeg aner ikke, jeg bare tipper.
To construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered the subpoena. Part of the investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
I've got to subpoena my grandpa?
It's Kid Tannen.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
Ja, det har du rett i. Takk for praten. Men kanskje vi skal snakke litt med han før vi... Oi! Eden? Ok, hva er det vi skal gjøre nå? Hvem skal vi snakke med? Skal vi fortsette å snakke mer med Emmet? Eller skal vi snakke mer om Morten? Eller skal vi snakke med hun? Altså Edna? Eller skal vi snakke med Tannen? Ja, vi snakker med Tannen, ja. Han er ikke like hyggelig, men jeg har veldig lyst til å snakke med han uansett. Jeg er sikker på at vi kan få til en morsom prat. Dere som ikke har sett meg spille, dere som ikke har spilt dette spillet før, dette sjø.
I wonder who really burned down the speakeasy.
Men det vil snart forstå det, uansett.
What the hell, Matches? You got kiwi all over my socks!
Sorry, boss.
Get out of here!
Yeah, get out
How
of
about
here.
you?
Huh?
I'm sitting at a shoe shine booth. You walk up. Either you're here to shine my shoes, or you got a death wish. Which is
Oi
it?
da. Han er jammen streng, kan man si. Jeg vil jo ta en prat med han, så da må jeg gjøre det.
I guess you won't talk about your business.
Why not? I got nothing to hide. I recently acquired controlling interest in the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen.
Isn't a soup kitchen an odd line of business for a guy like you?
I like
Yeah?
soup. Plus, I got a heart as big as all outdoors. Buff a little harder. I want to see myself in the toes.
I'm looking for a guy named Arthur McFly. He's my, sort of a relative.
Well, he's my employee. He's very busy today.
Det har jeg skjønt.
Since you're Arthur's boss, you know where he is, right?
He's at the, office.
Where's the
Oh,
office?
I forget.
So when do you think Arthur will be leaving the office?
When I tell him he can leave the office. Hey, you missed a spot.
Isn't that Arthur McFly's hat you're holding?
It was McFly's hat. Now, it's my peanut bowl.
Could I buy Arthur's hat off you?
Could you keep your mind on your work, huh? Shoeshine boy? Hanging on to my peanut bowl.
Can I have some peanuts?
Why not? I'm a magnanimous kind of guy. Go ahead,
Yeah.
knock yourself out.
Don't mind if I do.
All right, break time's over. Back to work.
About Arthur McFly.
Yeah?
So when do you think Arthur will be leaving the office?
When I tell him he can leave the office. Hey, you missed a spot.
Selvfølgelig.
So one more thing about that hat.
You're testing my patience, boy.
Could I buy Arthur's hat off you?
Could you keep your mind on your work, huh? Shoeshine boy? Hanging on to my peanut bowl.
Never mind. How's that? Shiny enough?
Yeah, that'll do. Stay nearby, though. I scuff easy. Wait a minute. Didn't I see you at the jailhouse, John, with that Carl Sagan rat? I hope you weren't planning on trying to spring him, because I got other plans.
Oi, oi. Yes. Stor mann snakker stort. Arthur Supine, ja. Spørsmålet er bare, hvordan skal vi få den hatten fra han da? Det husker jeg egentlig ikke helt akkurat nå. Jeg kan kanskje ta en liten prat med han, Doc, og så tror jeg etter det at vi kanskje burde og si oss ferdig. Men jeg tror vi også skal snakke litt med Edna.
Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Callahan. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
Og hva kan det være?
What's the scoop?
I've heard rumors that something shady is going on at the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen. It's under new management, you know. And, oh, we mustn't jump to any conclusions. Not till the facts are in. I hope to heaven it is just a rumor. That soup kitchen is the front line in the good fight. If it goes bad, what will happen to the Stay Sober Society? Not to mention all the charitable institutions that depend on me for soup deliveries.
Altså, Stay Sober Society ja, hun kan vel egentlig forholde
What's
seg...
the Stay Sober Society?
You haven't heard of the SSS? They do the most marvelous work, taking hopeless drunken bums and turning them into former hopeless drunken bums. I'm one of the founding members. And not to say that I was ever, well, you know. Anyway, we've always met in the cellar of the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen, but for some reason the new managers don't want us down there, so we're stuck. We've got nowhere to meet.
Altså, de sånne som hjelper... hva skal jeg si... Sånne som litt dårlig til beins, eller... Nei, det vel kanskje litt feil å si, men... de hjelper sånne som har det litt dårlig med... liv og sånn, liksom.
Did you finish the story you interviewed me for? About Carl Sagan?
Yes, but those pig-headed editors at the paper rejected it. They said my story was slanted, and that I was glorifying a suspected arsonist. As if their stories aren't always glorifying the criminal vermin that run this town. This whole thing makes me so mad I could spit. Though of course I never would. There's an ordinance against it, and it's so untidy.
I'm sorry about the way Einstein lit into you back there. I don't know what got into him.
Well, I hope you've learned to keep him under control.
Yeah, I found someone to keep him distracted.
Very good. Now let's see if you know your multiplication tables.
I got a book.
Oh? Where?
Så vi snakker litt med han nå. Okay.
You have to deliver a lot of subpoenas?
Father's always sending me out to do these dirty jobs. He wants to expose me to different kinds of people. All he's exposed me to is a lot of new curse words.
Oi. Hva det med den faren?
If serving subpoenas is such dirty work, why don't you just say no?
Look, what's the worst thing that can happen to me on this job?
You could get shot.
Yeah, well, believe me, that's nothing compared to what I'll get if I mouth off to my pop.
Det kan ikke være så ille da. Nå har jeg møtt. Hallo, nå må du gi deg.
Any idea where we could find Artie?
Not a jot. If only we had a way of tracking him.
This subpoena's for Arthur McFly?
Have you seen him?
For a few seconds in the soup kitchen, but I think he's gone back into hiding.
Brilliant deduction, Einstein.
What do you know about Arthur McFly?
Certified accountant. Graduated Hill Valley 5 classes ahead of me. Seems like a nice fellow, actually.
How did he get mixed up with a guy like Kid Tannen?
Who knows? Sometimes people find themselves stuck in situations they can't get out of.
Ja, det har vi sett mye. Ja, vi både film og virkelighet. Liksom. Både med bøller og, ja, noe i nærheten nå. For å si sånn, jeg skal ikke gå dypere inn på det. For jeg tror de fleste som ser på her skjønner hva jeg mener. I hvert fall når jeg sier ordet bøller. Og med ordet bøller så mener jeg egentlig mobbere. Bare så det sagt.
How about Kid Tannen? What do we know about him?
He's loud, he's obnoxious, he's not very bright, and he doesn't like anybody getting in his way.
Yep, that's a Tannen, all right. This might be a stupid question, but couldn't you have designed your rocket-powered drill to run on a fuel that, isn't illegal?
Illegal? What does law have to do with science? Science has its own laws. You of all people should know that.
But couldn't you tweak your engine design a little so it runs on something else?
Like what?
I don't know, gas maybe?
Gasoline? Yesterday's news. You'll see. By 1940, automobiles will all run on pure alcohol.
Feil. Det skjedde ikke. Og det har ikke skjedd ennå, men jeg er faktisk en av de som håper på at det skjer. Jeg vet det, fordi da slipper vi å tenke på at vi forurenser jorda. Eller hvis vi kjører så mye som vi gjør. Og det er jeg gjerne med på å størte med, hvis det er mulighet for det. Ja, så jeg er gjerne med til å støtte det. I hvert fall hvis det er alkohol. For det er noe av det mest miljøvennlige som vi kan bruke. Så lenge det hadde blitt billigere å lage det da, for det er ikke så veldig billig å lage det.
Some of us down at the patent office are wondering, what made you think of a rocket-powered drill?
Ah, that'd be Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. It was a revelation.
Yeah, that's kind of what we figured. Have you read The Time Machine?
H.G. Wells? Not yet, but it's on my list.
We'll get that subpoena delivered. My name isn't...
Harry Callahan!
Yeah!
Men han skulle til å si i det, men så, ja. Jeg er glad egentlig for at Emmet gjorde det der. Da skal vi ta en siste prat med gamle Emmet, og så tar vi og sier takk for i dag, tror jeg. Nå begynner kanskje episoden å bli litt lang, siden jeg ikke slår på klokka og alt det der. Jeg må bli flinkere på det der, altså.
Psst, Doc!
I need booze.
Your younger self needs 190 proof booze to fuel his rocket drill.
Oh, that could be a problem.
I know, we're both underage.
Underage, nothing. It's 1931 and alcohol's been outlawed throughout the country. Are you sure you're about to graduate from high school?
I'm kidding, Doc. It was a joke.
A joke? If I live to be 100, and I almost have, I'll never understand the teenage compunction to make a joke out of everything.
Ja.
Hang in there, Doc.
Jeg tror kanskje det er det eneste som vi rekker. Til dere her er det litt hint. Så da sier jeg takk for nå. Ha det bra. Takk for at du gadd å se på. Håper du følger med på neste episode. Ha det bra.